Why is China's youth lying flat? Tangping in Chinese is a new phenomenon emerging here in China, but also in other countries, referring to active apathy or resignation towards life, goals, and social expectations. It is a thing that worries a lot of people and governments right now. What are the reasons of lying flat, Tangping, here in China? How serious is it, and how does it manifest itself in everyday life? We're about to discuss in today's video. Before we start, a question to all the youngsters out there. Do you feel that society is giving you too many expectations? Too much pressure? Do you feel anxious about your future? Let me know in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, welcome to today's video. My name is Mark. I am in beautiful Chengdu City. Another scorching hot day here in Chengdu City. It is now 1 p.m. Chengdu time. It's already 37 degrees. It's gonna get a little bit hotter today, but today is fine. Next week, we're expected to have a whole week, 6 days of 40 degrees and above. No one outside except for this poor young delivery guy. This has actually developed into the longest and most intense heat wave in Chinese history. Just so you get an idea about how hot it actually is, I've seen stories, videos, pictures of dead birds falling from the sky because it's too hot. I've also seen videos where homeowners come home and find dead fish in their fish tanks because the water heated up too much. But also, as of yesterday, our local Sichuan government announced that it actually has to limit the use of electricity for especially commercial purposes, for companies, factories, but also for office buildings and for residential buildings, because obviously everybody is sitting in their homes and just using the air conditioner. Now, the youth is one of the most important assets any country might have. You can see a country's whole condition, social but also economic, in the actions, in the expectations, in the motivation of its youth. That used to be an amazing thing here in China. You used to ask someone what he expects from the future. Everybody was excited. Everybody was looking forward to the future. Everybody was like, it's going to be better and better. I'm going to be rich. The whole country is going to develop, and things like that. That's how it used to be. Why China's youth is starting to lie flat right now. Now, I actually like the expression Tangping, or lie flat in English, because it actually describes very well what it means. Because once you lose hope, once you start getting lazy, once you start losing confidence, this is when you start lying flat. Now, in today's video, I'm not gonna talk about the effects of the COVID pandemic on the youth. It obviously also has a very huge impact on young people. All the lockdowns, the masks, the quarantines, the slowed down economic growth, everything does impact the youth and their thinking and their expectations towards the future. But today I want to talk about the social aspect. And now you can see I've been walking here for like 5 minutes and it's already completely wet. Okay, anyways, the societies, including the government's expectations towards China's youth are huge. Summarizingly, you could say that China's youth is expected to work really hard, boost the economy, and also contribute to society, be a good person, but also get a family, have some kids, earn enough money to financially support your family, and basically many more things. Buy a house, get a loan, all the things like that. Now, buying a house or real estate anywhere in the world is a difficult task. But here in China, the average salaries, at least here in Chengdu city, is around 5,000 renminbi. Many houses in the city, if they are more or less okay, are going to cost you 2, 3 or 4 million RMB. You can do the math. You can see how much pressure that puts on the people. But also, they're expected to get kids. The more, the better. And care for their family. Always be a good employee. Always do your best at work. Be a useful member of the society. And so on. A lot of Chinese young people actually feel like they cannot live up to all the expectations that society has towards them. And that's the reason why many of them just choose to lie flat. Tangping, which means basically translated into English, I don't care what everybody wants from me. I just do what makes me happy. Or basically, I can also just do nothing. I can just stay at home. I cannot earn any money. I don't need to buy a house. I don't even need children. I've talked to one of my friends recently about this issue, and he used to be one of the most hard-working persons I know. He was working a lot, basically. But now, recently, the last, let's say 2 to 3 years, he also discovered it doesn't help. There's just too many things, too many expectations, too many other things or problems which you cannot really plan ahead. So you just end up working hard but not reaching up to the goals, not being able to satisfy all of these expectations. So basically these people, they choose to take a break, resign from their jobs, don't look for a new one, stay at home for a couple of weeks, sometimes months, maybe eat, maybe drink, maybe play some computer or phone games, just engage in these kind of activities. I wouldn't say this is a Chinese phenomenon, actually. It happens all over the world, but I think it's quite remarkable that it happens here in China at such a large scale. It's quite hard to say which direction this will go, because China is a rapidly developing and transforming country, so if there are some new trends, it might be that it's going to accelerate and go even more in this direction, in which case it would have a huge impact on the whole Chinese economy and society, and also for the whole world. But in the same time, it can also just stop, move around, or go away and go back to normal extremely quickly. Anyways, that's about all for today's content. It's about time to wrap up the video. It's about time to get back home to my air-conditioned room and have some lunch. And I really like you enjoyed today's content. I hope you found it interesting. And let me know in the comments below, what is your view? What is your opinion about this whole Tangping, lie flat phenomenon here in China? As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more interesting videos from China, but also the rest of the world. I will end today's video here, and I will see y'all in the next one.